fun with musical astrology, the ancient idea that astrology is far more than a pattern and a system of influences for us to predict what's going to happen. It is a musical universe and cosmos. We can add frequencies to change the influence from the stars. We can lighten up, correct, and improve our challenging astrological energies. I've come up with a system. There's a class, and also these energy bar chimes have a beautiful harmonic, clear resonance, and they are created to reflect the frequency of the orbit of each planet in our solar system, along with our moon and the sun. I'm going to try one of them. You wouldn't know this because you can view this whenever, but it's Valentine's Day, so I picked Venus. And it's a metal bar closed on both ends, suspended and near wood, creating harmonics in both the wood and the metal. You can see it's beautiful, it's clear, it's pure, it lasts a long time, and it's just a shimmering tone. It's mobile, and you can move it. The first way to use these planetary chimes is for the benefit of the associated planet. As I said earlier, when I'm filming this, it's Valentine's Day. And Venus carries the energy of love, of beauty, of all the things that we associate with Valentine's Day. What a way to make the day more fun, more brilliant, and more true to its archetype or purpose. On the screen, take a look at the chart or charts. These are the benefits associated with each planet, sun and moon. You can pause the video if you want to look at the charts longer. So get a good idea of which planets will give you whatever you need. Need abundance? Try Jupiter. Having a negotiation and need to communicate clearly? Try Mercury. The more you listen, the greater quantity you carry of that frequency, of that emotional and physical energy, and like attracts like. So I keep playing this, and I'm going to have a really beautiful Valentine's Day. A second really cool way to use musical astrology to have your life radiate exactly what you desire is to understand this simple rule. The planets rule the zodiac signs. Think how far away the zodiac system of Capricorn is. So far it's hard to even imagine. But yet, Mars isn't that far away in comparison. So the frequency of closer planets is going to have a stronger influence. Think that as the frequencies from star clusters, zodiac signs come into the Earth, they're going to reflect off our solar system and perhaps bounce into Earth. So, please look at the chart online. Again, you can pause the video to take your time on the chart. Notice these correspondences, these are the planets, the rulers of the zodiac signs. Let's say you need to hold your ground. You need some grounding. You need to stand strong and not have someone push you around. The energy of Taurus is going to be very good for you. There is accompanying music that I have composed that is full of music that radiates literally stars in the zodiac signs, as well as the ancient correspondences of the tones of the zodiac signs. You can take a look at the chart on the screen, and you'll see from antiquity and used today from modern scientists like Sherry Edwards of bioacoustics, you'll see that the ancient zodiac signs correspond to musical notes and colors. If you wish to do color healing, you may use these correspondences. If you wish to amplify healing or the energy of a particular zodiac sign, like Taurus, you can listen to the planet that rules Taurus and then listen to the music of Taurus. So while you're listening to the beautiful music full of the energy from the zodiac sign, the blessings of the Taurus energy, and add the planet that amplifies it. The planet that amplifies Taurus is none other than our Venus that we just played. Spend a few moments checking out the chart, the benefits that you can get in your life from the zodiac signs. Let me give you an example. Gemini is a force for change. It increases your strength, your ability to change quickly, and to pursue many ideas, to organize, help others, and to initiate reciprocation. Leo is a stable energy to overcome sensitivity and to exude confidence, to become dignified. And when you do this, when you use this tone from the music of Leo, amplified by its ruling sign, which is the frequency of the sun, then you radiate confidence, you radiate dignity, and people treat you differently. They're more apt to treat you with respect as you feel respect for yourself. Check out the chart on the screen. It is from Bioacoustics from soundhealthoptions.com, the work of Sherry Edwards. You can see for each color which associates with a zodiac sign, each musical note, all of the emotional strengths that can be amplified, and the issues in your body that can be balanced and harmonized. When you are perfectly healthy, you radiate all frequencies. You don't have any holes. You have all frequencies. Every single one will radiate in your body, your voice, your aura, your emotions. But most of us have personalities, and we have more of this frequency and none of that. Over time, Both of those circumstances, too much and too little of a frequency, cause emotional and health issues. So balancing a frequency, which is easily done with these planetary chimes and with the zodiac music, is incredibly powerful. The frequencies of your eyes, of your bronchial tubes, of your diaphragm, of large and thick muscles, circulation, and on and on. So feel free to play with this chart. Pick out which issues that you want to balance and work on, and then listen to the zodiac music and or the planetary chimes. Particularly powerful when you listen to the zodiac music with its ruling planet. Looking through antiquity and reading every book I could find on musical astrology, most of them tell us you must balance to not only your zodiac sign, but the one that is opposite the chart. Take a look at the opposites. We all know we're right-handed or left-handed. We're also right-eared or left-eared, right-footed or left-footed. It's not so much that we have a dominant hand, but a dominant side of our body. When we are right-eared, then sound goes right to our left brain hemisphere, which is logical and sequential. Hearing primarily through your right ear makes you a little quicker in school, because you go straight to communication and logical thinking that we often use when we're being educated. When you're primarily left-eared, the information goes to your right brain hemisphere, which is holistic, intuitive, connects to the whole, doesn't even understand language. So if you're a student in a class and you're primarily left-eared, the sound goes to your right brain and circuits through your body before it gets back to your left brain, and you get a little bit of a delay as the signals from sound get to your left brain hemisphere that understands language. If you have a student that is having troubles paying attention in school, perhaps put an earplug in the left ear so that they hear primarily through the right ear, which allows them to immediately focus and clearly hear what the teacher has to say quickly. But the reason why I bring that up is that our right brain and our left brain hemispheres process frequencies differently. I'm going to liken frequencies to the color red or a musical note C. When I'm using my right ear, it comes out red, but if I use my left ear, it comes out green. Think of the brain hemispheres like a seesaw. And so when you have too much of one energy, you don't have enough of the other. The combined brain hemispheres create like a toggle system, helping us to go back and forth with energy and giving us a tool to balance energies. Let's say I have too much red and it's causing me health issues. I can surround myself with green, or I can block the ear that processes a frequency as red. And sometimes that's a whole lot of thinking and trouble. What they recommended in antiquity was to just simply listen to both opposites. Notice on the chart, when you see the zodiac signs and the colors that are opposite, are balancing for your personality, and spend a lot of time listening to both. Your body has a inbuilt system that we're not conscious of. When our body likes a certain frequency, we enjoy the music or the sound. When something is harmful or we have too much of it, the very sound makes us feel bad, gives us a headache. It's our signal to go away from that sound because we have too much of it. It's causing problems. One way to toggle between the music of the zodiac, like your sign or the opposite sign across the chart, your body will signal to you which music you like better. And that's the one that you're particularly down on. And you'll find throughout time, depending on your health, what you've been doing, who you've been around, what you've been listening to, that you're going to like one or the other at different times. And you have this beautiful inbuilt system that tells you which one to listen to, and it's just enjoyment. How beautiful is that? Isn't it amazing that long ago in antiquity, they were teaching to listen to a sign and its opposite for balance? How cool is that? Here's another super cool healing attribute of the frequencies created by the night sky. Think of the zodiac as a musical scale. You have Aries coming in at C, Taurus at C sharp. It's a chromatic scale, and what's a chromatic scale? It just goes up our musical notes by a half note. Bum, 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 no, and so forth. Listening to the zodiac music as a whole is giving you the whole spectrum of white light. For each zodiac sign represents each possible musical note in our scale. In addition, you'll find that the stars that NASA has taped and released make sounds, and the star sounds that belong in a zodiac are slightly twinkling in the background. What's so important about listening to all the musical tones? It's like giving your body a smorgasbord, white light. I have found that when I'm exposed to all the musical sounds, I ingest mostly what I need. My body has a way of enjoying or making me pay attention or increasing the resonance of certain songs because I just love it. I focus on it, I get into it, and I intake it in a greater amount. And in that way, listening to the entire zodiac music, like a CD or an album or a music collection as a whole, gives your body the choice of anything and everything it needs without any work, and you just enjoy the beautiful music. There's something else really cool about the zodiac music, and that is your spine. Each vertebrae has a certain frequency. It's very much like 3 octaves of music. So if you think of each vertebrae having a frequency, then your spine is like a big xylophone. Your spine, according to Jeffrey Thompson, a chiropractor in California, is also like a circuit breaker. He did studies connecting each vertebrae to different organs and body processes. Check out the chart. So if you have issues with almost anything in your body, you can seek to tune it and correct it by listening to the sound of its associated vertebrae. What Jeffrey Thompson did was he measured people's associated organs with each vertebrae. And when the vertebrae was out of place, the organ was always in stress and struggling. When he popped the vertebrae in with his hands, the vertebrae was in place, but the body problems remained. And shortly it popped out and they were back again, getting it put in place again and again and again. However, when he tuned the vertebrae, he would put a little speaker right on the vertebrae and tune the vertebrae. And it eventually, maybe in 5 minutes, popped into place on its own. In this instance, the organs associated with the vertebrae were corrected. In other words, if we just listen to this music over and over, we are tuning our body. How beautiful is that? Tuning everything. Giving our body a choice of all frequencies. Got back problems? Enjoy tuning your spine with the astrological music and making it even stronger and more powerful by adding the chimes and the ruling planet sounds. There are so many ways to tune to the stars. How beautiful is that? To heal and balance and harmonize yourself on all levels. Alice Bailey presented associations for the celestial bodies and the spiritual development. Check out the chart and you'll see certain celestial bodies that you might want to meditate, tune to, listen to for various spiritual development activities. Harmonizing to each one of the songs and each one of the planets is another way to enlighten, to harmonize every tone available. Let's say you have a special person in your life and you're having difficulties. Maybe a child and it's just kind of like a rough go at the moment. Listen to their song and harmonize it. Let's say their song doesn't sound really good that particular day. Go to a beautiful spot, your best memory. Feel the best you can feel. Go to the song and let that good vibe spill over. And keep listening to that song or the planetary ruler until you can listen with joy and beauty. This one's Jupiter for abundance. It should feel delightful. If not, perhaps you're carrying the energy of lack of abundance. So in this case, feel the best you can feel. Go into meditation. Find your best and most beautiful spot. And then listen to this and harmonize it and feel this tone, associate this tone with joy and a piece of you. And then watch it come into your life. Let's go back to that mom having troubles with her child. Play 2 tones. Now for some of you, this is going to sound beautiful. Others, not so. Harmonize, harmonize, and then harmonize with the combination of the sounds. By harmonizing with the chime bars or the astrological music, you're going to harmonize with the individual who radiates these same tones. You can get online, and I have on the screen a sample of a website, but there's many good websites that will give you a free birth chart. And your birth chart will show you which planets are close to which zodiac sign. You can look at, let's say, a zodiac sign that has numerous planets in it and listen to those planets and harmonize with them. In your life, you will have events that reflect your birth chart, including the clumping of different planetary sounds. Not only the clumping of the planetary sounds that are close together, but also how they match to an astrological sign. Again, let's say you have Jupiter and Venus in Aries. Listen to the Aries music. And harmonize with it. Just feel good. Let it soak in. And associate it with acceptance, love, and radiate it. And then, if any challenges come in from two pitches that might normally sound dissonance, they won't be dissonant to you because you have overcome or mastered that emotional, mental, and physical issue with little chimes and zodiac music. Enlightenment is radiating all frequencies. Think that we get our aura taken. Most of us, certainly myself, I get my aura taken, and it's a beautiful color. It changes with the music I listen to. Music is much more influential than we're aware of, but nonetheless, it's different colors. So enlightenment is the combination of all the colored light. Again, get a free birth chart. The planetary frequencies or energy present when you are born are your core frequencies. They are reflected in your personality. These vibrations are constant. They're like your notes, your symphony, who you are. However, they do combine, particularly with transiting planets. Transiting planets change as they come and go away from you. The progressed planets move 1 degree for each year and slowly change as your values, goals, and life do. The stars and the planets serve as a clock, each hour revealing life transitions. So each hour in our life, we get to work on one musical tone, one energy bar sign, one zodiac piece of music. It is very influential to listen to music when you sleep. Your ears don't go to sleep. I suggest very low volume when you sleep, listening to the astrological music. Loop it and silently ingest it. Then it goes into your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind, in my mind, represents your energies from past lives. I don't know about you, but I'm sure I made a lot of mistakes in all my past lives, and the ones that I haven't corrected just keep coming up and up and up and up. What if you could go in and harmonize backwards? Well, you can. I again suggest listening, sleeping to the zodiac music. Check out your birth chart. Some people could have a planet equally spaced around their chart. Not me. I have all of them like in a ball in one corner of my chart, which means I'm quite a bit off enlightenment at the moment in that I don't have any frequencies in many different musical aspects of my symphony. Again, listening to the zodiac music, playing with these bar chimes, reinstalls the beautiful template of enlightenment and white light into me just by listening. As I had said, in my planetary birth chart, I have most of my planets in one clump. I play those planets together on my planetary chimes. When I first started to listen to them, they were very dissonant to me. If I were to play those notes on a piano and treat them like a musical chord, they would sound kind of crappy. They represent the challenges, the areas where I'm going to grow in life. So when I harmonize those tones, it will be reflected in mastering those emotions and those physical issues. Humanity does this as well. When you look at history and through my Lost Ways of Time book, you'll see that in ancient times, different sounds were pleasant. Over time, we have introduced something that people at the time thought was horribly dissonant. They even write about crying or cringing just to listen to. Then they describe sounds that we would love today. Here's an example. When jazz was brand new, it was the music of the devil. It was the slippery slope to you-know-where. It contained a very dissonant interval in beautiful music. So they would play like folk music, for example, which is very harmonious, and they'd add one note, a musical seventh, that created dissonance, and it gives jazz that kind of, I don't know, I think it's a cool feeling. But at its time, it was considered scandalous, and now it's just innocent. It's played in grocery stores to help you buy more. It couldn't be more innocent because humanity has listened to it and enjoyed it and gotten over the cringe or the dislike of the dissonance. And now the music is accepted as cool, great, love to listen to. That's exactly what we're doing with dissonance of any of the planets in a grouping. You might even get the planetary chimes and just see which ones don't sound good to you and learn to harmonize them. Here's another cool way to use this music and planetary chimes. Look at the chart and see Sheldrake's work, how he uses the ancient Hindu work and corresponds certain planets and certain of the planetary chimes to your chakras. Feel free to open up your chakras, tune your chakras, the energy intake centers for your body with the planetary chimes.